Britt Baker actively seeking to part ways with AEW. WWE are reportedly interested in another AEW talent, and Tony Khan has revealed the reason why AEW All In is not at Wembley Stadium this year. Find out why soon. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. That's her name, and apparently she wants out of her AEW contract. According to Bodyslam.net, sources have confirmed that Britt Baker is actively seeking to part ways with AEW. The report continues as things currently stand. AEW isn't looking to release Baker from her contract. The internal belief is they don't want any upcoming WWE Pittsburgh shows to be announced, as well as Evolution to pass before letting anything move forwards.
That would be a nightmare situation for them, to let her go and then her pop up on WWE programming in her hometown with a home crowd pop and immediately hit the ground running, especially the fact that she hasn't been on AEW TV in quite some time. It would be given a home run to the competition, and it's really what they don't want to do.
That'd be quite a way for a new debuting superstar to debut, I should say.
For sure.
Just in front of imagine the pop.
The hometown pop.
Towels.
Yeah, the whole place would be going crazy.
Yeah, but the story continues. We're told that Britt feels there's nothing left keeping her in AEW, pointed to burning bridges in the sense that the environment has changed around her. Whether this ends with a quiet release or something louder, the door appears to be closer to shut than ever before.
It would be strange to have an AEW without Britt Baker, especially even though she hasn't really been on screen in a while and she's kind of been absent from storylines and whatnot. The fact that she's been there since pretty much day one, even the All In before AEW's existence, I believe she was on that show. So it would be very, very strange to not have her in the company in some form. It does seem, though, with the time that's passed, that she is kind of on her way out of there. Now, we know in the past that WWE has been interested. This was according to WrestleVotes back in January. They were interested in her should she become available. Fightful reporting back in January also that Baker had about 18 months left on her AEW contract. That's without any injury time, which obviously they could add on if they want to. So right now we're looking still, 6 months down the line, at least a year without injury time with her remaining in AEW. Doesn't look like AEW want to release her from a contract, though.
No. This story's sort of gone war-tish over the last few days because Britt herself has fueled the speculation by sharing a quote from Kobe Simmons on an Instagram story. The quote says as follows: "A bottle of water can be $1 at a supermarket, $3 at a gym, $5 at the movies, $6 on a plane. Some water. The only thing that changed its value was the place. So next time you feel your worth is nothing, maybe you're at the wrong place." But then I'd ask the question, if we're at the supermarket with the bottle of water costing $1, what if it goes to another supermarket and it's valued at 50 cents? What happens then?
What? Yeah. And it could be less value.
Yeah.
It could be less. Or just have it out the tap where it's free. It's free out the tap.
The old council pop.
The council juice.
Yeah, but it does feel like Britt Baker's time in AEW is coming to an end. There was reports elsewhere saying that she penned a new deal with the company back in 2021 for 5 years, which obviously would mean it would be up next year.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's coming to a close one way or the other. She obviously had a storied tenure in AEW, just going through the potted history. A one-time AEW Women's World Champion, the Women's Own Cup winner in 2022, a Dynamite Award, I hear you say.
I completely forgot about the Dynamite Awards the best fashion moment.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that
Look
one.
at that jacket, which I assume Owen or Pierce has found without an issue.
It's definitely going to be there right now. As we speak, it will be on the screen behind us. Do you think we will see her pop up in AEW again? Or do you think, like it's been the case when we know talent wants to get out of their contract, do you think we have seen the last of Britt Baker in AEW?
It feels like the division's moved on past Britt Baker now, obviously with the likes of Mercedes Moné and Toni Storm. I guess you could throw Jamie Hayter in there off recent goings. Queen Aminata, not the Aminata.
Yeah.
But it feels like the division is maybe past Britt Baker by. Obviously, Britt's had her injury struggles as well. Yep. She came back for a bit. It didn't feel like she was the same before, as he probably wouldn't be after going through all of the injury stuff that she has gone through. But yeah, I would expect her to go to WWE now. I would.
Yeah,
I really would.
I think it's only a matter of time, maybe at least a year if AEW keep her under contract.
Yeah. Danhausen. News about Danhausen right now. Apparently, the WWE are interested in potentially signing Danhausen when his contract runs out, according to a report once again from Bodyslam.net. There's major interest in the 34-year-old Danhausen that goes alongside WWE's reported interest in the Private Party when their contract comes up as well.
I am not surprised about the Danhausen news. He is the exact type of wrestler that WWE would make a boatload of money from. You can think about all the merch possibilities. You can, look how massively over Mr. Iguana got in one appearance, 2 appearances, one in the crowd, one in the ring. Danhausen in WWE it's just going to be a money-making machine, just based on the face paint alone.
And it feels like NXT, the shed, is the home for Danhausen.
Yeah.
The place where Danhausen can really flourish. Imagine if we're speaking about Danhausen being as part of NXT 2.0 back in 2021 sort of times.
That would be incredible.
It would be biblical.
Just think of it. You would have had Come Tuesday, you would have had Danhausen, you would have had Braun Breaker.
Tony.
Anyone else I'm forgetting in that?
There's too many to mention,
too many.
Fraser.
It was a great time for WWE NXT programming.
But it looks like, I looked at the time back at Final Battle 2024 that Danhausen was back in the fold, but then he was just told there were no plans, so he's just been sort of lost in no man's land for a little period of time. His last AEW appearance, not Ring of Honor, was back in December 2023 on the World's End 0 Hour show, where he competed in a battle royal, but he has been, of course, active on the independent scene. So it feels like, once again, it's not maybe inevitable that he's going to go to WWE, but it feels like leaving AEW and Ring of Honor. That's inevitable.
Absolutely. I mean, we know, obviously, WWE interested. I wouldn't imagine if WWE was interested and they gave him an offer that he would turn it down. It seems like it would be a no-brainer for him to accept that one. A strange case of an AEW run, though. He came in, great pop when he came out from under the ring during that match. He's kind of been present on screen and then he'll just disappear for a while. He had a bigger push when CM Punk was in the company, and it looked like it was closer because of CM Punk. Looks now, though, we've not really seen much. We don't really know what Danhausen can do in AEW. He's never reached his full potential of what, as a character, he is. Or maybe he has under the AEW limitations of like
what Tony Khan sees him as
character. Yeah. Either way, I would be interested to see what he can do elsewhere.
Yes, I would as well. Never thought about the CM Punk tie, and I forgot they're good pals outside the ring. Pals.
Maybe that's who's interested him in WWE.
AEW All In stuff to finish us off today. Tony Khan reveals that Coldplay are to blame for everything bad in the world. No, they're not. They're just to blame for why AEW All In is not at Wembley Stadium this year. Basically, they had the weekend booked already, did Coldplay.
Yeah, they got first dibs, really. It was kind of a surprise when they announced last year at Wembley. They were like, we're not coming next year, we'll be back in 2 years. And it was a case of, well, why not? Are you going elsewhere? What's the deal? Yeah, it looks like Coldplay's just gone, we're having it first. And you can't really budge Coldplay for AEW.
There must have been more weekends available.
You could have moved it like the week before.
Yeah.
When does the football season start?
Well,
when's Wembley?
Middle of August, end of August, normally Community Shield sort of time.
Around that sort of period. They could have done it any weekend, but no, maybe it's better we're getting Forbidden Door. All In's in Texas. We'll get it next year. Coldplay can have their year.
It's just me spitballing, but I was at both All In 2023 and 2024, and maybe the drop-off in just sheer crowd size number, maybe giving the UK a break for a year, getting that sort of anticipation and hype built up again, because let's be honest, AEW's had a fantastic year in 2025 so I think the UK crowd will be ramping for AEW.
They will
to
be
come
next
back.
year. And as well, when you look at the attendance, maybe Wembley's gone, Coldplay is going to be a guaranteed almost 100,000 in that stadium.
Yeah, but Tony Khan did confirm on the Rich Eisen show that it will return to Wembley next year in 2026. Thanks for watching this news video. I have been Ross, joined by Fraser, and we'll see you soon for things. Things will happen on the YouTube. Things will happen on the Twitch. You keep your eyes peeled. Things will happen.